You can see our network diagram right here. We have our ISP, then we have our main router, and then you can see we have our first node added. Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to be checking out the ASUS Dual Band Wi-Fi Range Extender. I did purchase this product myself, and any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this product, you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in the video description. You can see the retail box and packaging right here. Check it out. Everything looks great. They walk you through some of the key features of this particular product on the back. So you can create and extend your AI mesh Wi-Fi system if you're already using an ASUS router. One or multiple Wi-Fi names, the choice is yours. Works perfectly with any router, which is great news. We're going to be using this with an ASUS router, and we'll be setting it up with the AI mesh. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the contents. Here are all the contents. First up, you can see we have our product literature right here with their customer service and contact information. Then we have our warranty info. Lastly, we have our quick start guide available in multiple languages. So let's go ahead, let's look at the English version right here. So first up, they walk you through the hardware and all the different LED lights and what they mean, as well as the buttons and ports that we have. Next, we have a before setup suggestions right here. And then we have multiple setup methods. So depending on the route you want to go, we have QR codes for iOS and Android devices. We can download the ASUS Extender app, or we can download the ASUS Router app. Then additional instructions on the back side to set everything up. Troubleshooting guide, relocation suggestions for the best performance, and an FAQ section right there. So everything you need covered in the user guide and manual. Next, you can see we have our Cat5e Ethernet cable, a really nice ASUS power brick. This looks great. Really impressed. I know it's kind of a simple thing, but man, this looks way nicer than you'd expect for what we're getting, which is really cool. And last but not least, you can see we have the unit itself with the ASUS logo and branding. We have multiple antennas right here. You can see our pair button. We have 4 different Ethernet ports, and you can see we have our additional port right here in blue versus the yellow with our reset and our power button where we connect our power adapter that's included. You can see the other side right here. Here it is from the front with all of our different LED lights, and we can look at it from the top. I'll show you it from the bottom, but I am going to cover this sticker. You can see the bottom right here with additional venting and product information. Be sure to reference what my thumb is blocking as needed. And then you may be wondering, how can you position this? Looks like we could stand it up if we want, right? We could also lay it on its side, I guess, but clearly it's designed to be stood upright with the feet that we have and how everything's configured, but you do have a little bit of flexibility there. Now let's go ahead, let's plug it in and get it set up. All right, I got everything plugged in and powered on. As soon as I plugged in the cable, I realized how goofy this design was. Check this out right here. Why didn't they just switch them around so you wouldn't have to worry about the cable being in the way of the antenna? Super silly in my opinion. Not that big of a deal, and I'm glad they did give us the 90 connector right here so we can keep it out of the way, but just wanted to point that out. I kind of found that really interesting with their build quality and the antenna. Why not just move them? But with that being said, it's plugged in, powered on. We have our white indicator lights right there. We're all set and ready to go. So you can see I have our app downloaded. Again, if we go back here, there's a couple ways to set up. We're using the ASUS Router app to set this up. We have the app downloaded right here. We can see our network information. Now let's go ahead. Let's add a new device in the top right-hand corner. So you can see we have multiple options. In this case, we're going to add an AI mesh node. So you can see now it's going to scan for devices nearby. Check it out. We have our device right here. Let's go ahead and select it. And now you can see we have a couple different options. So we can select the device's location and we can hit apply. So let's go ahead and do that now. And now you can see it's working on pairing our node to our network. So now you can see we've made it through the first step right here. It said it takes 7 minutes to complete the process. Then it dropped down to 5 minutes. So it's going to take a couple of seconds to get through everything. All right, check it out. So all in, it took 3 minutes to set up. You can see everything was successful. Now at this step, we can choose to be done, or if we're setting up multiple nodes, we could go ahead and add another. In our case, we're gonna select done. And there we go. Now you can see our network diagram right here. We have our ISP, then we have our main router, and then you can see we have our first node added. Really, really cool, super simple, guys. That was a breeze to set up. So if you're already within the AI mesh ecosystem, you definitely want to check out a device like this. But don't forget, if you're not, that's okay. This works with any device. You're just going to follow the other setup method right here, and you're going to download the ASUS Extender app and follow the additional steps to connect to your network. So now, after getting everything set up, let me share with you my final thoughts. There's a couple things I want to cover. First thing is, depending on how you're going to use this and how far away it is from your router, you may see pretty slow speeds. Hopefully it's still better than the signal strength that you had. It provided a nice boost and extra coverage for you, but it may come at a compromise of substantial speed cuts. But that's going to be true whether it's this device or another device. That's just how basically mesh Wi-Fi and your repeaters are going to work. It's going to be connected wirelessly to transmit and receive that data back. So it's really going to take up like half of your bandwidth just in that process. So keep that in mind. That's not going to change depending on the device that you get. Also, I want to point out, you can configure the backbone settings using the web browser. That's what I did because I didn't need this to be a repeater because it was too far away from my router, but I did have an Ethernet cable ran to this location, so then we could connect it, use it as a backbone, and have seamless transitions between the networks all being on the same network and giving us that much more coverage. So when I did that, for me personally, I got way better speeds, as you would expect, being on a physical wired connection. So if you can do that at all possible, I'd highly recommend that. But obviously, a lot of you are buying this because you don't have any Ethernet cables run and you want to give yourself a better signal strength throughout your house, business, wherever you're going to be using this. So first thing is, keep it as close to the router as possible and in line, whatever you can do to reduce any obstacles so you can guarantee you have the best wireless speeds. Second thing, if you're doing it more like me as a wireless access point, then make sure you're going to be configuring it properly within the web browser so you have that nice backbone set up and it's all ready to go. You will appreciate the speed boost that you get. So overall, I'm really happy with it because I'm already in the ASUS ecosystem, and having the AI mesh was super simple to set up, and all of my devices are connected and I can see it within my mobile app, so I don't have any complaints. Obviously, I'd love to see maybe a 10 gig option, some SFP plus would be cool to have a port like that, but I know that's overkill for this particular piece of software. I could just buy my same router again to get those features, but this costs a fraction of the price and allows me to have that seamless transition between the networks, still staying on the same network. So overall, for my particular needs, I can't say enough good things about it and how simple it was to set up and configure. And hopefully you find the same experience for your needs. Well, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, the product link will be in our video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Any purchase made through that link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you. So we're really grateful and thankful for all of your support. While you're at it, can you go ahead and hit that like button for us? And subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily, and we don't want you to miss anything. Please go ahead and give us a follow online and make it a clean sweep. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Discord. You can message us on WeChat, check out our website, and join our free newsletter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget, new content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.